Hey y'all, and welcome back, y'all. Welcome back with another reaction, y'all. And we're gonna stay on this case until the end, and we're gonna keep Miss Nancy Guthrie in our prayers, y'all. And y'all are doing an awesome job is working together to connect our minds, okay? We know for a fact that there's a distraction going on. We know there's is a perpetrator out there. And we know that every day is going to be something, okay? So we're going to continue to search. We're going to search and talk. Keep the awareness of Miss Nancy name out there. So today we're going to get into another letter that TMZ, you know, TMZ always have the answers to everything. So we're going to get into them today. And we're going to get into some images that we went over yesterday. And then we also going to get speak on the new news that about the new guy, the guy who they thought was this guy right here, the masked man. So we're going to get into that, and we're going to continue to get in that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead on and get started. And if you come in, y'all kind of like help the people out of what's going on, okay? Because one thing about a creator, they just can't stop in the middle of something they tell. So what I want y'all to do, really do, is to focus on the content and not what I say. Because these are my opinions, and my opinions are not necessarily based on facts. These are my opinions. You are welcome to speak your opinion about the case on my channel. And if you haven't got your membership, please do, y'all, so we can grow together, okay? So this first video is going to be something that we went over before, the new images and video of the masked man that we spoke on yesterday. So we're going to start with that video first before we get into what TMZ always get a letter. They always get something to throw you off the case. Regardless, y'all, we know it's a distraction, but we also know that Miss Nancy is missing. So if you're not interested in this case, there's a million of other channels that you can watch, okay? But I really feel sorry for Miss Nancy, and I hate that she was involved in this situation. So a lot of things that I can show and a lot of things that I can't show, y'all. Cause last video that I did yesterday, this morning, which I don't know when I did it, because we stay busy over here. I had to go in and edit and delete a whole lot of stuff. So now we're going to go into the guy, the masked guy. Okay? We're going to go into the masked guy right here. And we're going to go into the masked guy right here. It's because they don't know who he is. So what we're going to do is try to help, you know, and mentally think about who's the perpetrator is, okay? So, all right, let's look at the video. And so what we're going to do, look at the video, and then we're going to go back and we're going to react on the video, okay? All right.
Kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie. And you're looking right now at surveillance still photos. Came from a Nest camera on Nancy's porch.
And what's interesting about this, Troy, is that when the FBI, as they release these photos, there's also some video to go along with it as well. They're very careful about the wording of this. This is not a suspect. They are not calling this person a suspect as much as it does.
Okay, chat, I'm not ignoring y'all, okay? But I can't stop in the middle and tell y'all, I know y'all can't see the title, but it's about, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. But so if somebody else come in and want to know what it is, we're watching Miss Nancy Guthrie. She's missing. She's an 84-year-old lady missing out her home. And they still searching for her, and they don't know who the perpetrator is, okay? So if you can share that message with whoever come in, please do. I appreciate you. Thank you.
On really the first major break that we've seen in a case that has captivated the nation. The kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie. And you're looking right now at surveillance still photos that apparently came from a Nest camera on Nancy's porch.
And what's interesting about this, Troy, is that when the FBI, as they release these photos, there's also some video to go along with it as well. They're very careful about the wording of this. This is not a suspect. They are not calling this person a suspect as much as it does look like he would be, but instead they are calling this a potential subject. And of course, getting the word out as we are now on day 10 of the search for Nancy Guthrie.
So this is the video now. We just showed you the still photos. This is the video. But somebody showing up with a ski mask at 1:45 in the morning, this has to be your suspect.
Right.
He tends to go back, or he appears to go back, grabs some sort of a foliage, weeds or something, and then comes up and uses those weeds. And actually, this is the first video. If we can go to the next video, maybe we've done this twice. But in the next piece of video, you'll see when he goes back and grabs those weeds, he's trying to block the camera screen as he apparently removes that camera. But again, here we are, almost 9 days?
Oh, you noticed that too, Tiger? See, I mentioned that the other day about the left side. I'm looking at the left side of him too. And I asked him, I said, y'all, is he look like he limping on his left side? He leans to his left side a lot.
Day 10, and this is our first major break.
Okay, so these are the images, again, released from the FBI Director, Kash Patel, here just moments ago. 3 of the images, there are 4 altogether, and then 2 videos released. You just saw one of those videos.
Why you erasing it? Why you deleting it?
I'm on 12 plus here now. And the first real break, as Troy said, really in this case in so long, 10 days, Nancy Guthrie has been missing now, and Savannah Guthrie, host of the Today Show, did just repost, I really should say, these photos again, asking for the public's help. They were kind of keeping things a little bit close to the vest now, but now they are opening this to the public. If you see anything here that is identifiable, they are asking you give authorities a call. That number 1-800-CALL-FBI, because while these images are new, Nancy Guthrie is still missing.
And this is the first piece of actionable information the public has.
See, I can't show him because he got something in his
things in the picture.
pants that is a weapon. I can't show it, so I'm trying not to.
Camera on the door that was ripped off. It took, according to the FBI here in Phoenix, it took authorities 8 days to retrieve this data from the back-end servers that Nest has, where it was stored. They couldn't get it from the house. They had to go to the servers. This likely involved search warrants in order to do that. So a very intense undertaking that took 8 days before we can finally see these very, very important images.
What jumps out at you, Bram? I mean, when we're looking at these, to me, it's the backpack. It's a very full backpack, and in the ski mask, which is almost something you'd see in a movie or something.
Obviously wanting to be unidentifiable. And I don't know if we mentioned this earlier, this subject is armed. There is a pistol. You know, there's little things. I know it's moving a little fast here, but you've got the full backpack. You've got, and right there.
I can't show y'all what he got in his pants because I don't feel like.
Using what looks like similar to a boxing type of glove, again, to just disarm that camera.
It looks insulated for sure. It looks like
Yeah.
it looked almost.
Okay, dude got a backpack. We talked about that yesterday, this morning. A backpack with something inside. Is he a homeless person? Looking on the ground. And he got a weapon inside in front of his pants.
A specialty glove. It's not
Wearing
a glove that
gloves.
you use to go skiing.
That you recognize, yeah, very
That
easily.
too might be identifiable. We heard
Dress me.
a person earlier on NBC talking about going to ChatGPT to help identify things. Like that backpack is probably readily identifiable.
And it looks like he's holding a little flashlight in his mouth too, because again, being out there, it is pitch black at night.
No street lights, no sidewalks, and then looking into his eyes. To me, this is so eerie, isn't it? That you're looking at the man who is, you have to think, is responsible for going into a rapid 84-year-old woman. and there he is with the foliage trying to block.
Right.
Right, and all authorities are not calling him a suspect yet. This is not a good Samaritan who's coming at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Right now, I'm talking about that timeline here. Coming to do some garden work here for Nancy Guthrie. This is why the family is so concerned. They're holding out hope right now. Savannah Guthrie, as I mentioned, reposting this, saying, bring her home. They believe she's still out there. I do want to mention that we've been seeing around the valley now and around the state those missing billboards for Nancy Guthrie. Those that brought in neighboring states as well. Everyone on the lookout for Nancy.
Okay, right now we have been covering this story from the get-go, from day one. Again, it's been going on week 2 now. We want to go out live to Tucson. We've got Gabriela Becerra as well as Justin Pizzera. They are both at the scene in front of Nancy Guthrie's.
Okay, so I want to get into something different. Okay, cause we spoke on this person. We spoke on this person for the longest, and so we're gonna to the person right here is, like I said, to me, he's built. He's tall. And I just don't understand why he using the front door if he was planning on kidnapping her. Okay, so we spoke a long time on it. So I want to get in something new today, because I just want to show y'all him. So I told y'all today, I said, y'all going to hear something different about the guy. Every day it's going to be something new. Every day it's going to be something new on the case, and we're going to stick with the case until they find Miss Nancy. Now, what you're going to see here on this video is right here. They detained that guy they thought that they had was the masked man, but I knew that he wasn't the masked man. So you'll get a chance to see him right now in this video right here. Now this is the guy who they detained. They didn't arrest him. He's no size. He's not even the height of the guy. I don't understand how they got him out of this. And y'all, and this guy right here, he's a delivery guy person. And he said he don't know if he delivered right there, but this is the guy who they thought that we was looking at just a few minutes ago on the other video, but he's not the perpetrator. So let's listen to what he said.
For questioning, how would you describe what happened to you?
Terrifying. Something I didn't do for something. I felt like I was being kidnapped, bro. They didn't tell me anything at the beginning.
And investigators showed up to this house, or were you the one who was pulled over at the traffic stop?
No, I was the one that was pulled over at the traffic stop.
Where was that?
Right here on by Chubasco.
Okay, and you were taken into custody at that point? And you were...
I was being detained.
Detained, okay.
I was detained the whole time.
Okay,
that's what they told me.
Where were they?
At the back of a car.
Back of a
Miranda car, and then they moved me into a Pima County Sheriff.
Were you being questioned in the car?
At the Miranda car, I was being questioned, but they only asked me for my first name, my last name, my date of birth, and my social.
Okay. What were they asking you about?
My whereabouts.
Okay.
Where did I work? Where was I, and all that. But
are you ever up in Tucson?
yeah, I work in Tucson.
What do you do?
GLS, deliver packages.
Okay. Do you think you might have delivered a package to Nancy Guthrie's house?
I don't know. Might have been a possibility. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you ever deliver like Amazon packages or anything?
Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. So do you think you...
So let's go back and look at this. This is the guy that they thought was the guy that was on her front porch. We looking at this guy, we know that he's not the guy, the perpetrator. We know, looking at his size, looking at his height, but they didn't arrest him. They detained him. So just imagine this with you. He said he don't want no part of the Guthrie case. He don't want no part of Miss Nancy case. He's only a delivery driver. He don't even look the size of the guy. That guy who has that mask on, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's fine. He's got a nice height, weight, but his head his head small, but he got a big head. But something about him. But this guy here, I feel so sorry for him being accused.
You were apprehended for questioning. How would you describe what happened to you?
Terrifying. Something I didn't
Yeah, I know you did feel terrified.
for something. I was being. I felt like I was being kidnapped, bro. They didn't tell me anything at the beginning.
And investigators showed up to this house, or were you the one who was pulled over at the traffic stop?
I was the one that was pulled over at the traffic stop.
Where was that?
Right here on by 12.
I wonder how did they. You know what? It's amazing how your name get tied up in something. How did they pick that man right there, y'all? How did they pick him as the perpetrator? He not even near. And you said, Maria, you said that person is Caucasian? Oh, okay. I don't know what color he is up under that mask. Could be German, who knows? Wow. Now they know they had the wrong man.
Okay, and you were taken into custody at that point? And you were...
I was being detained.
Detained, okay.
I was detained the whole time.
Okay,
That's what they told me.
where were they?
In the back of a car.
Back of a car.
Miranda car, and then they moved me into a Pima County sheriff.
Were you being questioned?
So you saying without the coat and without the glove, nah, that guy right there was a nice size. He was bigger than, but I think, you know what, Bernie, you right, because, that's your opinion. That's everybody, that's what you can do on my channel, speak your opinion about the case. I don't think that was he was his side, period, without that guy was thick. Oh, he was thick. He was thicker than him, and his head, oh, he got a big head, the other guy. But this dude right here, the other guy just looked, I don't know, like a homeless person out there. But him carrying a gun would throw me off. But this dude right here, I feel sorry for him. Just imagine you on your job and they accuse you.
At the Miranda car, I was being questioned, but they only asked me for my first name, my last name, my date of birth, and my social.
Okay. What were they asking you about?
Like, my whereabouts.
Okay.
Where do I work? Where was I? And all that. But
Are you ever up in Tucson?
yeah, I
Right.
work in Tucson.
What do you do?
GLS, deliver packages.
Okay, do you think you might deliver a package to Nancy Guthrie's
I
house?
don't know. Might have been a possibility. I don't know.
Yeah, do you ever...
He said he don't know if he delivered over there. That's a possibility that he delivered over there. If he did, if y'all want to know that answer, y'all could go to the office and find out. Do he deliver over there? He don't remember where he delivered. That's something that he don't have to remember.
Or deliver like Amazon packages or anything?
Well, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. So do you think you...
And so earlier in the evening, the FBI was also very active. Law enforcement, they were back in Annie Guthrie's neighborhood. That's about 4 miles away from here. Remember, that's where Nancy Guthrie had dinner the evening before she went missing. And the FBI agents were seen speaking with neighbors, walking through the community, walking through some of those properties. And all of this came hours after the FBI released those new photographs and videos of that masked suspect. That person was completely covered from head to toe. They had a mask, they had gloves. The FBI also saying that person was armed. So, of course, now the questions are, where is Nancy Guthrie? Will she be found? Is she safe, Holly? And LJ, it seems that there was movement in that Bitcoin account from the ransom note that was sent to Scripps News Group's Tucson station. Do we know anything more about that? Yeah, we can confirm that there was some activity in that account, but what we know is that it was a very small amount of money, a tiny fraction of what was being requested in that ransom note. They were requesting $6 million, and of course, we still don't know the validity of that ransom note, but at this point, because it was such a tiny fraction of money, and we don't know the origin of who was depositing that money, it appears that this is not somebody attempting to pay that ransom.
Holly.
Before I let you go, I wanted to ask about tips, because we know that there have been billboards put up with Nancy Guthrie's picture on it across the country in case anybody had any information or saw her. Have the police or FBI been getting any tips after that? Do we know if they're any closer to any more information?
Well, we did know yesterday that there were thousands of tips that had been coming in. The FBI
thousand?
and then yesterday the Pima County Sheriff's Department did confirm that there was an uptick in tips that came in after those photos and videos. And of course, there's key information in those photos and videos. Somebody might recognize something. So of course, any tips are...
Okay, so next I want to show y'all, and I catch up with my night crew later on. Now, we have to go to TMZ. TMZ is the one I always try to break the story. They was the first one that alleged that they said that they received the first note. Now, we're going to take it from TMZ. TMZ said to date, they claim to know that it's a new letter out.
taken and we don't know where.
And it's a new letter out, y'all. Hold on for a second. Let me see what she said.
She was taken and we don't know where.
Yeah, Trick.
And we need your help. If you see anything, you hear anything, if there's
Hey,
anything at
Bookie.
all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation.
Now, you know what, Trick? By you saying that she looks like the one behind the mask, it's making me think, if you're serious now, because I take y'all opinion and, I tried it when the ones I never heard of. Could it be her cousin? Could it be down in a generation or somebody? But why would you'll be surprised who'll do what to their family member. So that could mean something now. What? I got to find that, Misty. I never heard her talk about her ex-husband and divorce cause of problem. Oh my gosh. I got to find that up. Makes me feel like I'm watching those.
We need your help.
So that was late Monday afternoon. This is Wednesday morning, day 11 of the search for Nancy Guthrie. My next guest says he and his team has finally seen activity in a Bitcoin account tied to possibly a ransom note sent to news outlets in Arizona. TMZ founder Harvey Levin's with me now. Harvey, good morning to you. Terrific work at the very beginning on this. Your outlet received an original letter. You did not receive a second letter where another affiliate did. So by my count, that's 2 letters. And you now report that TMZ has just been sent a third letter. Please explain.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right. First, we got the letter of what her name, Savannah, begging for our help. Then we end up seeing the video with a masked man on her mother's porch. And now here we go. Then we seen the guy who they accused of being the masked man. It's not the masked man. And here we are back at TMZ, keeping the narrative going. Harvey, now you receive a third letter. Why you look like that, Harvey? I looked that up, Misty. I have to look it up.
About 90 minutes ago.
So an hour and a half ago, we got
Thank you for that information.
an email from somebody who says they know who the kidnapper is and that they have tried reaching Savannah's sister Annie and Savannah's brother to no avail. And they said they want 1 Bitcoin sent to a Bitcoin address that we have confirmed is active. It's a real Bitcoin address. And as they put it, time is more than relevant.
Okay, I see what the kidnapper is doing. He's from what Harvey just said. What the kidnapper is doing is sending a little money at a time, because they know they can't send $6 million through there like that, because somebody got to go pick it up. So now what they doing is breaking that money down. They breaking that money down and sending the money to different places in the Bitcoin and coin. And guess what? And it's active. So what they doing, they know what they doing now. But to me, they inexperienced though. Cause why would you ask for $6 million and the FBI put 5,000, and now y'all done sent 3,000? They're gonna get pieces of money. Okay, lately we haven't heard from Savannah since she begged for help the last time. Now that she begging for help, now everything coming up. Now Harvey, I got to get into Harvey though, because I don't understand why the kidnapper is communicating with him.
From somebody who says they know who the kidnapper is, and that they have tried reaching Savannah's sister Annie and Savannah's brother to no avail. And
okay, so why is the kidnapper is trying to look for Annie and the brother? Why? Why they trying to reach out to them? This like y'all said, come on now. This ain't cooking right.
They said they want 1 Bitcoin sent to a Bitcoin address that we have.
Now they want. Wow. Once they sent them to the Bitcoin, it's so hard to find the person will disappear. That's right. That's right, Trick. You're right. Okay. Right. George, you funny. You know what, Carol? I'm going to look up her husband, because something ain't right.
Confirmed is active. It's a real Bitcoin address. And as they put it, time is more than relevant. So we have no idea whether
time is more than relevant.
But they are making.
What that mean? Time is more than relevant. What that mean? Bitcoin is very hard to trade. To trade once they send the money. That's probably why they haven't sent it. They sent 3,000. They sent 3,000. Well, either someone in the family, the government. I know. See, you brought up everything that we've been speaking of. The government, cartels, and Trump told y'all this was a solution, and Savannah said it was what she said: disparable and valuable. Those words that they used, it did look like, sure did. Look like a that woman right, that lady who was on that man. Why I keep saying lady, that man who was on that porch, cover up in the mask. Everybody saying that's a man. But I want to go back. I'm gonna go back to that picture in a few minutes and say everybody say some people say it's a lady, and y'all don't get upset when these people don't call it. These people, they think it could be a lady. Shoot, you got some ladies shooting out of box better than men. You don't know. So okay, here we go.
You know, Bitcoins fluctuate in value. But it's around 56,000.
But yeah, Monique, that the FBI can trace. You're right. They can track. They can track, y'all. But if they sending the little money at a time like they doing now, they can do that. They can track that. You right about that, Monica. But we ain't say you wrong. Who who mentioned that? Well, we're not saying nobody wrong. We just saying that it can't happen.
Dollars now, one Bitcoin, which is about the amount that the authorities are offering for information leading to the return of Nancy. So I don't know if that aligns, but whoever sent this, and they actually give a name and an email address, but whoever sent this is asking for around that amount via Bitcoin.
But Harvey, why would they be sending you a letter? Why they be sending something to you? You are not no kin to them, are you? That's what I don't understand. Why are they reporting to you? You're not the president. Why are they sending something to you?
For information that they say leads directly to.
Okay, let's take it a step at a time here, Harvey. Take
Right.
me back to the original letter. I believe you were the one who said, whoever wrote that letter, I don't think you used the word meticulous, but I'll use that word, suggesting that the grammar was right, the letter was very specific about the request and the demands. Does this letter have the same form that you saw the first time around?
No, and I don't think this person is purporting to be that person. This person is purporting to be someone who probably wrote that first letter. If the FBI's operating theory is right, that they are going on the assumption that the person who wrote this note took Nancy. And so they're not saying they're the kidnappers. They're saying they know who the kidnapper is.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back, Harvey. 'Cause 1 minute Harvey said he's gonna tell us something, and 1 minute Harvey don't tell us. Harvey, I like Harvey. I don't have nothing against him, but I mean, 1 minute he said the other day that he wasn't able to tell us, but today you come here and tell us something very important about what was going on that note that you received. But why is it every day is something different? Every day is something different. Okay. Why is it something different? Every day, every hour.
Another affiliate did. So by my count, that's 2 letters. And you now report that TMZ has just been sent a 3rd letter. Please
You said,
describe
then
what you
yes,
found out 9
Kevin.
minutes ago.
So an hour and a half ago, we got kind of a bizarre letter, an email from somebody who
Okay, so is it an email or is it a letter? You said somebody sent you a letter, and now you saying it's an email. Come on, Harvey, you got to be careful what you're saying, because I'm on your butt, boy. I'm listening. Everything you said. You said the FBI can trace it, but it's probably takes a little while to where you know what, tricky, but yeah, you're right. I believe that the FBI and somebody else is working with the Bitcoin. I think it's very weird that they have no video footage of anybody driving or walking when it's their CT. No, they could have it and not telling us. And my thing is, when we all put this together like this, our thinking together, why are they sending things to TMZ? And what his name said, TMZ capping. They start sending him the ransom note to get to the media. You think so, Carol? That makes sense. So they use TMZ since Okay, think about this, y'all. And to think about what you said, Tricky, the first time you came on here, because I remember what y'all saying. And believe me, y'all, I go back and think about the comments that y'all say. Then I go on the computer and I be trying to search and I get to thinking. Go back to what you said earlier. I hate to say their name. You're not supposed to say their name. But I'm going to say CT. You mentioned their name, but you don't really want to say those kind of names out loud because I had somebody come in my chat, and this person, like, I don't know who he is, but I think he was in the chat, and he never did come back. And he said it was the people that you sent. That's what they said. That's who it was. Per Nancy Grace, he had a bicycle light in it. And I asked Janet, I'm gonna tell you something, Janet. See, I'm very. I always want to be an investigator, but since I didn't do a lot of things, I couldn't do what I needed to do. I didn't do what I needed to do after testing. But look, let me ask you something. Let me tell you. I asked the same thing. What was in that man's mouth? I said, what is that in his mouth? Somebody said it's a flashlight. And I didn't know. I'm paying attention to everything. I pay attention to everything when I investigate. I pay attention to the things that people not paying attention to. I wonder what was that. And you know now they can make skull caps with wildfire, y'all. It's weird though. But you could, it's so much out here, y'all. So much technology out here.
As they know who the kidnapper is, and that they have tried reaching Savannah's sister Annie and Savannah's brother to no avail. And they said they want 1 Bitcoin sent to a Bitcoin address that we have confirmed.
So why did they ask the brother and the sister to do that? Okay, this is what they doing. They trying to get money. These people want that money, but I don't know if they have her mother. But it could be somebody nice guy, I don't know. Could be some church folks, I don't know. They want a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. So they already don't hit Savannah with some money. Now they trying to get some from the brother. Okay, now we got to go some for the sister. So you can't just keep getting it from Savannah, the sister, because then y'all going to mess up with the tracking.
Is active. It's a real Bitcoin address. As they put it, time is more than relevant. So we have no idea whether this is real or not, but they are making a demand. It's interesting that, you know, Bitcoins fluctuate in value, but it's around $56,000 now, 1 Bitcoin, which is about the amount that the authorities are offering for information leading to the return of Nancy. So I don't know if that aligns.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the same amount that the FBI is putting out there. Okay, I don't think this about money, y'all. I really don't. I hate to say it, but I'm on Trump's side. I don't think this really about money. I really don't. I really don't think this about money. This lady here got money. And the money that they trying to get, when you do the Bitcoin, you're going to get more money. Nancy, Savannah already told them that she'll give them the money. Oh, they don't want the money like that because they know $6 million. They can't get it like that. But you got the FBI 50,000. I really don't think this is about money. I think it's about keeping her until Savannah does something. Something somebody wants from Savannah. They're going to take care of the mother. This is just came over me. They're going to take care of the mother, but Savannah, it's not going to be that easy for her to get her mama back. If you listen to what they're saying.
Whoever sent this, and they actually give a name and an email address, but whoever sent this is asking for around that amount via Bitcoin for information that they say leads directly to.
It sure is.
Let's take it a step at a time here, Harvey. Take me back to the original.
But you know what, Heather? And then, too, AI is playing a part in this, too. AI is playing a part in this too, and AI is going to make stuff seem real and fishy. What you just said, and weird. Everything y'all said. Now listen to this question.
I believe you were the one who said, whoever wrote that letter, I don't think you used the word meticulous, but I'll use that word, suggesting that the grammar was right, the letter was very specific about the requests and the demands. Does this letter have the same form that you saw the first time around?
No, and I don't think this person is purporting to be that person. This person is purporting to be someone who probably wrote that first letter. If the FBI's operating theory is right, that they are going on the assumption.
So y'all, yeah. So now y'all think I don't think it's the same person. See, if it beats the same person, then y'all gonna know who it is. They're gonna know who it is if it's the same person. They're not gonna use the same person. God, that's dumb. Whoever did it wasn't their first time kidnapping somebody. Right. They had a military scheme. I brought up military when I said the brother. I brought up military because the brother got a job. The brother job, when he retired, he was doing something like that. What you say, he used to fly the planes. But the emergency, I don't know, I got to look it up again. I didn't think it was, I put it on one of the videos. But the brother know about stuff like that. Let me go back. Yeah. Oh, so Cody, you come back, huh? Yeah. Okay, and then you said that with the blind and the camera, you have the leather gloves, the military ski mask, the leather gloves, and they was blinding the camera, right, with the flashlight, right. Then made her take off her Apple Watch. Military, like you said. Where you been the whole time, Tricky? Welcome, Cody. And Carol said there are a lot of hosting, right. The ring camera footage they provided felt like after the right. The dude acted as though he didn't want to be there, didn't he? The guy act like I don't know, that dude acting weird. And Janet said he can clip the bite like with his thumb. Right. You said the ring cam. Why you say that? What that mean, Cody? I'm breaking it up. You got to catch on. And the weeds were weird. Right, Carol. Got to catch on, Cody.
That the person who wrote this note took Nancy. And so they're not saying they're the kidnappers. They say
right, Tricky. It's not about money. This is not about money. It's about politics. It's about it's a game. These people having a great time. They having a good time watching us. They having a good time. Yeah, baby, it's a lot of question mark about everything. So you listen to what's going on in these videos, you're going to have a lot of question marks. Okay? We're just thinking. We ain't perfect.
Who the kidnapper is, and we'll give that information up for 1 Bitcoin. And again, we look at this address. It's a pretty bold thing that the address is real.
Okay, there were 2 other Arizona affiliates.
Right, Tricky.
KGU and 9, another one. Did they also receive this same note?
I don't know. We haven't talked to them.
All right, now
we have sent. We just Bill. We've sent this on to the FBI already.
Okay, confirmed on that. I watched your interview last night with Sean. You were very careful as to what you said, and I respect that and the contact you have with authorities.
Okay, so what that mean, Janet? Because that means something what you just said about the flowers, the way they were planted on each side of her sidewalk. Perhaps a key inside the flowers. Because he did bend over, didn't he? He did. He stooped. He been. We're gonna go back to him. But the reason why I had to go from we had a meet. All of us had a session this morning, and I had to go back and edit a lot of stuff out of that video because the man had a pistol inside his pants, and I caught on to it. And when he bent down, like you said, he bent down if he was looking for a key. Miss Nancy is not going to open her door for someone she didn't know. Miss Nancy didn't open up her door. That's what you got to do. That's right, Sandy. You right. She didn't open the door. Last night in a chat, there was someone who acted like they knew something but couldn't say. Right, Carol. Carol, I be paying attention to. Carol, I got it. I think this is saying Carol. Yeah, we got about this.
There was, late last night, there was a Bitcoin address that had $6 million deposited in it. I don't know if that's real or a ruse, but I'm sure you know of it. When you looked at that address, did it match what you saw in letter number 1 from several days ago?
I am not comfortable commenting on this.
See, I got to move him
Okay,
right there.
so then it's possible that the Bitcoin address that was requested turned out to be this particular one. And that would
I
seem...
wouldn't read anything.
See, look at what this dude, like, we'll go back and watch him, but when he did this, like you said, Carol, look right here. I'm trying to hide his face, what he got in his pants. This dude is checking her door right here. And he, like you said, Tricky, he put his hand over the camera. Okay, let me show y'all this.
that the Bitcoin address that was requested turned out to be this particular one.
Okay, he stooped down, like you said. What is he looking for? What is he looking for right there? And then they go back with what you said. Who would that said something about a key? A big rock first, right? And then now he gonna go over here to the flowers. Like somebody said, oh, I put the key, like he can't find what he looking for. See, look at him. He gets up. Oh, we'll look at it later.
Okay, so the suggestion that money was paid may not necessarily be the case. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Amanda, I know.
When you watch the camera video that was sent
Let me
out,
see what Carol said. That car they had later had a suitcase and a shovel and what looked like the backpack in the back. I got to look that up so we can talk about that later, okay? Carol, I got to look that up. I'm going to look that up, and somebody else mentioned something about the ex-husband. Everything that y'all opinion, everything y'all put y'all opinion makes sense to me. So what I do, I go back and research, and then we're going to talk about it later.
yesterday. Does it make sense for you as to why the FBI would give you this image and that image, but they would not give us the image of the camera being ripped away? And based on some inside reporting, it's been suggested that whoever was standing in front of that door took the doorbell camera with them.
Right.
It seems to me if they were familiar with that house, they would have known there was a camera there.
See, when he been over right there, when he's been over, we're going to talk about that again tonight. Well, I'm trying not to show him because he got that pistol in front of his pants. That's what we don't understand, Heather.
It seems to me if they were familiar with that house, they would...
Right there. See, when he bent over, that dude looked like he looking for the key. Hey, man, I put the key right there, but I didn't put it right there. Well, this dude didn't just show up at Miss Nancy's house like this for nothing. Miss Nancy been living out there for years. And so you just gonna tell me all of a sudden during the icing by the end, and Trump about to finish with the icing, like he said, I'm not about to get into the search, it's a solution. And he bent over when he went over there and picked up the grass, he was really looking for something. Y'all on track.
Known there was a camera there when they approached it, and this whole idea about
You got to understand when that man approached that house, he got to understand this dude right here. That dude, I understand what he's saying. Everybody know people have a ring cam on their house. If they don't, they just don't. But when you walk up on the person's house, the first step that you take, you're gonna see a ring cam. And they can't tell me, let me hide this, y'all. I gotta put this thing right here. So y'all see. Now, he knows a ring camera up there. He know what's on there. He know what's looking at him. He just, like to me, he have problem with his eyes. He showed, I believe, too. Maybe he was looking for a key. It's not up. Well, we just thinking, y'all. It's people opinion. Y'all can speak your opinion over here. Cause we gonna look for we're gonna help Miss Nancy. We trying to help Nancy.
Taking his flowers and sticking over the camera lens, it seems a little foolhardy to me. And if you're right about the initial letter, that they were so careful in the way they constructed the letter itself, this wouldn't.
Why did he grab some leaves? No, like you go back to what Tricky said, military. Who would think to put some leaves in front of a camera? Who would do that?
Match the meticulous nature of that first individual. How do we make sense of that, Harvey?
You see it exactly the way I see it. I could not agree with you more.
All right, let me see what question he asked him. Hold on, what he just asked him. Hold on, what he just asked Harvey. I got it. I've been trying to pay attention to them too.
You see it exactly.
A contract, Sandy.
I could not agree with you more the
Hold
way
on.
you put it.
You said maybe he lost a contract? Y'all could, you know what? This man got everything. I can't show it. I don't want to show. This man got everything that a construction person have on his body.
Camera with them. It seems to me if they were familiar with that house, they would have known there was a camera there when they approached it. And this whole idea about taking his flowers and sticking over the camera lens, it seems a little foolhardy to me.
Right.
And if you're right about the initial letter, that they were so careful in the way they constructed the letter itself, this wouldn't match the meticulous nature of that first individual. How do we make sense of that, Harvey?
Right.
You see it exactly the way I see it. I could not agree with you more the way you put it. That the just the thought that went into this letter doesn't match the thought of somebody coming up fully disguised.
See, when y'all speak of the CT, you can't say their name out loud. You're not supposed to. When you speak of the CT, these are people that can be a man, or they can be a woman. You never know who these people be. When you speak of the CT, I don't like speaking of the CTs because y'all know what we said we're going to say CTs for. I really don't like bringing their name up a lot because they don't want to run a whole lot of things. You know. And when Trump start messing with them CTs, this can involve in the government and everybody in this. We don't know, and then we don't know what Savannah said about that when he went and started messing with been a news media speaking of these people. See, Nancy Savannah has to be careful what she says, being a broadcaster, because she said something that the government didn't like, allegedly. It's something. He don't know Nancy. How he know Nancy lived there? How do he know Nancy lived there? I ask y'all, what is he? This man is healthy. Whatever it is, it's healthy. And he got a mustache. I don't know. We ain't gonna give up though.
Knowing that they don't want to be seen and not even thinking, gee, people have these cameras on their door. You know, you don't have to even have cased her door or property to just make an assumption that she may well have a camera like that, and you should be ready to somehow block it. Have a piece of cardboard, have something to immediately block it. And
that man know that lady stay out there by herself. I don't care what y'all say. That man know that lady stay out there by herself. What tripping me out is he could be somebody just listen to well, it happened before. It's a connection. They working together. Who get there first, who do this first, they working together. Ain't nobody crazy.
Person walks up almost surprised that there is a camera.
I thought she went, Mary.
Walks over and stoops down in the garden area, grabs some shrubs.
Oh, so she never did go to the Olympics. I thought she went. TK sees her house. They should run the camp back and talk to everybody that come up on that camp. Right. Especially the people that show up more than one time. Right, Cody? He knows she was alone. These people know, I understand. Files might have something to do with everything y'all saying is right. All this investigation right here. We already don't solve the case, but we just don't know who he is and why is he bending over on the left side looking for something on the ground. At first, I thought something was wrong with the man. Left shoulder right here. I thought something was wrong with him. Because it's the way he walked. He leaned to the left. Why is he leaning to the left? I just got pulled over by the cops by Nancy's house. And I'm from Florida. Don't lie. You telling the truth, Patrick. What you get pulled over for? You not lie. You tell no lie. But this was days later and she's gone. Right, Carol?
Just does not align.
This dude walk as if he got a shoulder problem. He had like he got a problem with his left side right here. And is he bow-legged? What is he doing right here, y'all? You said you from Florida, okay. What is he doing right here? This dude, is he high? Did it white put him out? Yeah, because he look right here. He's looking for a stick to lick camera from. So he don't have, okay, so since you said that, that gave me something to think about. He didn't bring tools to her house to do nothing to her. So that made me, is he a, what's that word, y'all? A squatter? What y'all call him? Who? A swatter. Is he a swatter? Is he just trying to find some way to stake out a wife, don't put him out, and he think that house is empty? Because if he was a kidnapper, he become the kidnapper, he wouldn't know what to do if this was a plan. He wouldn't be looking for nothing on the ground. And he using his right leg to do something. Let me
ask.
This man is looking on the ground. He's looking on the ground, y'all. So is he? We can be dealing with a junkie. We don't know what we're dealing with right here. Where did the bite of the car they pulled over later? I'm trying to see what you talking about, Carol. I thought we talked about that. Why does care too much about leaving fingerprint? Shoot, that these waters these days, he know it's a key. Yeah, he's looking for something on the ground. No tools. No, he don't have no tools on him. I think that backpack is full of clothes. That's why I said, did the wife put him out? What do he... Did they put him out of this house? Did he get kicked out of this house? Do he know about this house? Have he spent a night in this house before? This man, like this dude right here, like he know this house. This dude here, Shirley, this dude right here is healthy. They don't kick him out of Miss Nancy's house. Miss Nancy didn't even know he was staying in there. I'm just talking.
Another question about some of the activity around Andy Guthrie's house last night. Our reporters have been there. They saw him poking around in different areas, different neighbors' yards and the backyards there, and apparently some of them readily gave access to the FBI. Let me ask you an uncomfortable question. Do we know the status of the relationship between Annie and her husband?
And Annie and who?
Her husband.
Wait a minute, Sandy. That's something. You know what, Sandy? He dropped something. Yeah, they never did mention the shoe print though. But he did drop something on that ground and he couldn't find it. And he was looking for it. And this dude is so calm and collected, y'all. He is just intent, just in his shoes. And he got on some good looking shoes. Every day is something.
I know why you're asking this, and let's just put it on the table. There have been all sorts of, reports, especially on social media.
See, that dude dropped something. And like it go back, y'all, to go back, like Tricky said, this dude right here done been in military before. I believe he used to stay there and got kicked out.
People are talking about who.
Hold on, God. Let me make this big, larger for y'all. Hold on.
Who it could be. I have absolutely no basis to even raise that.
Well, we don't know. We definitely don't know who it is. I don't. And I believe I haven't heard from Savannah, nor the sister, nor the brother, since she said, I beg for y'all help. And now all of a sudden, we got something else we got to concentrate on. We got to concentrate on this masked man. And then the man who they thought was the masked man, he's not the masked man. And then we got Bitcoins being transferred that we didn't know nothing about. Whew, Lord. That's what it seemed like, a cover-up.
I'm not saying it's true or not true, but I've done checking the way everybody else has, and so far I just don't have any information to give it credit.
Well, y'all men said, why I see a lot of women work in this case? Well, the men said the women don't took over, y'all.
Shoot it down.
Okay, let me ask another couple
What's
of
that,
questions
Adam?
since we're in this area here. They have not told us after the garage door closed where the son-in-law.
Okay, the reason why I brought up the garage door this morning when we was talking, now I realized that maybe the brother-in-law has a key to a garage key, y'all. You know how you get one to your son or to your daughter, so they can get into the 84-year-old house. So what came to me, it was like, it's just my opinion, that they had a key, a garage key, up there on the sun visor, and they can open up her garage door for her, and they can close her garage door for her. So like when I had two, I gave one to my son, and I kept one. So that's what she did. So they let up there. I'm about to see what he about to say about that.
The sheriff was very careful not to say who dropped her off, but it's been reported that it was the son-in-law. And is there any reporting after that they've been able to track where that vehicle went when they left her?
Right.
Assuming they did.
I'm not privy to that information. I don't know. I'm only going to say what.
Let me see what he asked Harvey. Hold on.
Okay. Understood on that.
Hold on. Let me see what he asked Harvey. Let me see. What did he say Harvey didn't want to answer? Let me see.
The son-in-law. And is there any reporting after that they've been able to track where that vehicle went when they left her home, assuming they did?
I'm not privy to that information. I don't know. I'm only going to say what.
See, he asked Harvey about that vehicle that was in the garage. Y'all remember when his son-in-law dropped her off? It was a vehicle in Miss Nancy's garage. Is it an old car that somebody has and they got it over her house? That could be anybody's vehicle. I believe Miss Nancy was being too nice to people and they took advantage of her. A Republican state, that's why so much attention. But Trump told y'all that when I played it yesterday as well. He said it was a solution. Organized criminals, that's what it is. CT, we're not going to say cartels, we're going to say CT. I miss you too, Boogie. This has an amateur vibe about it. Right. It's it's an amateur. I don't know now.
Not told us after the garage door closed where the son-in-law went. The sheriff was very careful not to say who dropped her off, but it's been reported that it was the son-in-law. And is there any reporting after that they've been able to track where that vehicle went when they left her home, assuming they did?
I'm not privy to that information. I don't know. I'm only going to say what I know, and I just don't know.
Okay, understood on that.
See, he like me. I was like me. I ain't gonna say. I just say you what I know. This is the Vinzello. Okay, guys, does it feel like TMZ know the person? The person or someone at TMZ doing this stuff. They got Bitcoin on account. I don't know. I ain't gonna accuse nobody. I don't know. Son-in-law is a teacher, but the son-in-law also is a band. He in a band too. He played in a band. See, that's why I don't want. They want us to put the eye on the more we do investigate this case together with y'all ideas. That I got some work to do when I get off. Go back to what y'all told me to look up. They want us to think that the son-in-law did because the son-in-law the one brought her home. At first, I didn't know who let up and down the garage. Now I just realized they could have had a key to the garage. So that throws that out. The man who was on the camera, it was at 2:25 when he arrived at the house. Some people be getting up going to work like I used to. But it black dog out that night though. Earlier they were saying that masked man was Harvey. But that's not Harvey. It is a coincidence, Quinn. I was looking at Harvey Mustard. That wasn't Harvey. Harvey is a midget. Harvey probably about 5'7", 5'8". This guy was taller than Harvey. Y'all silly.
This $300 that was deposited last night that you were talking about with Sean, has that gone anywhere since that was reported last night by you?
I have never said an amount, and there is a reason I haven't said an amount, and I am going to stick to that regardless of what anybody else has said. There are reasons behind why I'm saying that, but I gave my word on something, and I don't want to leave this.
Hold on for a minute. You in front and remain. Stay focused now. Do Miss Nancy have a pacemaker or something else medically on or in her that can be tracked? Whoa, that's awesome what you just said, Sandy. I got homework to do. Okay. Where is the church group? I mentioned that yesterday, this earlier this morning, Mary. This is the first case we ever seen of the church people ain't somewhere humming. Also, man, he may have been a contract. I mentioned that, Heather. I say he looked like a contractor. That particular guy. It was a paddle outfit. Okay. Right, Karen. Harvey looks tired. Okay, y'all, Joe. Now, let me see what Harvey just said. Right now, I gotta keep an eye on him. Cause he threw me off in that D4VD case, and now they done brought another case to us.
That regardless of what anybody else has said, there are reasons behind
Oh yeah.
why I'm saying that.
Hold on. I know what he said. How much money was? Is there a reason? Let me see. Wait a minute. I don't know. Well, okay. The sheriff was very careful. Okay. Yeah, I want him. Let me hear this again, y'all.
Garage door closed where the son-in-law went. The sheriff was very careful not to say who dropped her off, but it's been reported that it was the son-in-law. And is there any reporting after that they've been able to track where that vehicle went when they left her home, assuming they did?
I'm not privy to that information. I don't know. I'm only going to say what I know, and I just don't know.
Okay, understood on that. One last thing. This $300 that was deposited last night that you were talking about.
Yeah, I hear that. It was $300 deposit last night. Right, Queen. $300, y'all. We got to keep up with that. $300 was deposit. See, you make with the Bitcoin, you can make money with the little amount that they send over there.
Has that gone anywhere since that was reported last night by you?
I have never said an amount, and there is a reason I haven't said an amount.
What?
And I am going to stick to that regardless of what anybody else has said. There are reasons behind why I'm saying that, but I gave my word on something, and I don't want to impede this in any way. And I'm going to stick to what
You said MIB director here, 3 in custody, and we're not going to release. Wait a minute. Hold up. Why you take that now? Well, I can't read that fast, Samantha. You said you said 3 is in custody and y'all not gonna release? Well, why would you say that and then delete it? Now, what you say about the $300 prayers for the family, right? You said that $300. I'm going to send you $500. Cody said Bitcoin price is the same everywhere. No, but I'm saying like if you send $300, if you send 1,000, you get more money. Cody. You funny. I'm not fooling with you. I'm not gonna fool with you right now. Let's see. I just want to know why Samantha, can you please put a little bit of what you just said on here? Mind to her pacemaker communicated when it unpaired from what, so I assume it would have indicated death if she can live without without the watch. Her pacemaker still gonna work. What breaks my heart is that there are so many women of color who are taken every day, and this woman is a mother of. And then what hurts me about this as well? She's an 84-year-old woman that shouldn't be in that house alone. TMC got his from the kidnapper. Yeah, yeah. Jennifer, it look like you come in right after we beat on said everything. I guess you up there looking at stuff electrician use. Okay, let's go right here.
I said, which is simply that there was activity, and I'm not going to say more about what the activity is.
I respect
or
that.
anything like that.
Last question then. Do you believe they're onto something here, or do you believe they're closer to a dead end?
Well, look, yes, that they have avenues that they are pursuing. I know this,
But you know what, Queen? That's what I say. My aunt live alone. Everybody different. Cause my aunt live alone, but she stay in like an older people home. Not an older people home where most of older people in the building, but she can do everything for herself. But everybody different though. But she's just 84. I get what you're saying, but she is also human and elder as is. One deserve this. Nobody deserve this. Nobody. Y'all, we on Miss Nancy's side. But if you new to the channel, you just coming in here, we are for Miss Nancy. All of us for Miss Nancy. And any elderly person.
on one count, absolutely, and on a second count, look.
Say Harvey need to take a step back.
So, in various items, and I am sure that.
Why you say that? Why you say Harvey need to take a step back, Cody? Why you say Harvey need to take a step back? Just, that's your opinion. You're welcome to speak your opinion.
And I will say one other thing, Bill, that law enforcement has told me they are operating under the theory that this person lives in the Tucson television area, and that's why they've had so much contact with the local television stations there. So I am assuming at this point,
right,
and I think this is a leap of faith, that they are contacting
that's right.
anybody who you're showing the.
Yeah, you have to look out for your parents, honey. Your parents looked out for you when you was young. If anybody you call your parent. I just don't understand what he looking for when he looked out right there. There's something wrong with that man's side right there. That man bent down right there. When he bent down, he looking for something and picked it up.
Is that they will find somebody who bought something 2 weeks ago, and they look at the surveillance video of who's in the store. Even if they paid cash, they have a time on what to look for, and who
that's what I said.
With the item and walks out. And that happens all the time in law enforcement. So I think
he's too high profile. Yeah, see, you said it because he too, but they didn't want sending information to him, Cody. They didn't want sending stuff to him. They keep sending things to TMZ. He was the first to receive something. He getting his thought just like we doing, but they send the information to he has the first note and he got the third email. See, he told us letter at first, but now he said it's email. Harvey know what's going on.
Familiar with it.
I think
they are going to try to find out who bought it, and if they bought it within a fairly narrow time frame before this, because these are not things.
You said it looked like a woman. It could be a woman. Anybody, if you think it's a woman, it could be. It could be a man. You could think, you'll be surprised you think any way you want to think. Whoever it is got their eyes arched very clearly. Unless I'm just looking at the, by the way, he got his, he don't have his eyes arched. His eyebrows arched. No, that's the what you call it? That's the mask covering his eyebrows. Said so if you're catching what's going on right now, we can't do that over him. Now Cody said, yeah, but whoever got the mom body is trying to give it back. But this case is too big now. That's what I said, Cody. It wasn't supposed to get this big. This case wasn't supposed to go this far. You're right.
that I would think people just
It's not supposed to get
ordinarily
this big.
have. I mean, the gloves are bizarre. So I would think.
So if the case not supposed to get this big,
establishment.
okay, if the case not supposed to get this big, think about it. Why did they take Miss Nancy? Do you think that they know that this was Miss Nancy? Do you believe that the kidnapper know that it was Miss Nancy? Or they just thought they hit a house? But you got to remember, because you know what, a real kidnapper will not show this part of them. Mom passed away is the problem. So you think the mom had a heart attack? Remain with yours. It was supposed to get this big, so I don't think it is. I don't think it's supposed to. I believe Miss. I'm not gonna say it, but I think she had a heart attack. But I can't say that. I'm just my opinion. Wasn't the daughter fighting with the mom? I don't know. That night over the money before she went missing. I got to look that up. I got to do my research. Y'all working me.
Probably contact manufacturers, but certainly retail.
Y'all, this case. This case took a toll on me yesterday. I had to take a break, y'all. I took a nap, and I woke up around I didn't wake up, but my son came over here to make sure I was okay. He said, "Mama, you got your phone turned off." I woke up at 10 o'clock, y'all, at night, and came on here with y'all. This case right here, I hate to see something like this happen to an elderly lady. So I believe they knew. Somebody knew, Teresa. Somebody knew about this. By now, the crime scene is well.
Something like that, and then look at surveillance video, and that tells you the story, because whoever bought that did not walk in looking like that.
Harvey, how much more time do you have? I'm told that you have a deadline here. Can you still talk with us?
What? Now, don't y'all start. My comedians, don't y'all start. Don't start. Now, you know good well you ain't go out there last night. If they gonna ask me, what do we miss? Ain't nobody about to tell y'all after all that talking we done. Remain, can you be quiet? Sandy said, if you're asking for $6 million for a celebrity, it's going to get big. Now they trying to figure out how to get Mama Nancy back. Yeah, they trying to figure out, oh Lord, we got to send me Nancy back. How we gonna do it? They didn't know Nancy had a famous daughter. I don't think they know either. Why you erase that? Don't erase your text. Y'all know I don't like when y'all erase.
I want to bring in my colleague
Delete.
Dana, and let's go ahead and open this discussion up. And I really want to drill down on what you told Sean last night. You said when that first letter arrived,
Okay, listen, y'all, listen. What he about to listen. Woo, I like that dude right here. I don't know who the other dude talking. Listen, y'all, what he about to say. He about to ask him an important question, then I got to go do my homework, y'all. Y'all asked me too many questions. Y'all put out some good ideas out there. Okay. Why you worrying about me? You must be an old man. You worried about me? God, what kind of language I'm speaking? We trying to find a lady. God, some of y'all can't speak and I don't even say nothing now. Fuck your old man. Leave me alone now. Don't come here and talk about me. Don't worry about what language I'm speaking. We trying to find Miss Nancy. Okay, remains. Stop talking about me. Here we go, y'all. Y'all, we're talking about what kind of language I'm speaking. So what? What kind of language do you speak? Leave me alone, boy. You ain't nothing but a devil. Here we go, y'all. Listen to this question. That's an old man who like me, y'all. I be having some old men like me, and they don't know how to come to me and tell me they like me. I'm speak Spanish.
Drill down on what you told Sean last night. You said when that first letter arrived, you read it. This is a really intelligent person who knows how to express a thought. They have thought this out.
Yeah, wait, I gotta laugh for a minute. Hold on. Yeah. These people got these old men. It's a lot of old men like me, y'all, but they don't know how to talk nice to me. They talk mean to me. Not you, man. Ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the other one. Okay, y'all, comedians. I know y'all in the chat. I know my comedians. Oh boy, I don't care. Can we get to the end of this? Hold on, I want to hear the question now. I don't care what that little sign you got right there, but you two know what that little sign mean, okay? Thank you. Don't delete that. Oh, that's my other folk doing it. Okay.
To cover. That's a very intriguing answer.
He do,
Take that a step
Queen.
further.
You don't know how to deal with me.
Well, yeah, I mean, and we've been saying this for days now, that
Y'all didn't let me hear the question. For the people who listening, thank you. Oh, they got you. Queen, wait, Queen, because they deleting your message. Y'all don't see my phone, but they hear. Yeah, they hear. Be careful what you say. Okay, can I listen to the question now? Cody said, if mom was alive, they would have asked for money, gauge drop location, where to get Nancy. The kidnapper thought out, wait a minute. The kidnapper thought out everything except Nancy passing. Right. Queen, stop. Bye, baby. Bye, Andre. Have a good day. Andre said you be doing too much good, but I admit that I ain't talking about all the old men's, Andre, so don't get upset. I'm talking about the knucklehead old men's. Okay? Don't get upset. We have fun on my channel too, but you don't see what these comedians saying in the chat. I can't help they making me laugh. You better take your butt to school. That's why you go to school. Get out from over him. 17-year-old not on my chat. I'm about to look at them.
Thought this out. They cover everything they need to cover. That's a very intriguing answer. Can you take that a step further?
well, yeah, I mean, and we've been saying this for days now, that I would assume, I mean, if I were putting an APB out, and I'm not law enforcement, but if I were putting an APB out, I would ask people in the Tucson area, do you know anybody who is intelligent, who is tech savvy? And now you can say someone with a somewhat stocky build, with a mustache and a beard and or goatee.
He ain't stocky. That boy fine. I don't know. I don't know. Poor
And
Nancy.
somebody who has just gone MIA over the last week, because I'm assuming this person is not walking around in public. And to me, that's a clue, because I think all of those things align. And reading that first note, I think it is an intelligent person. I think it is a tech-savvy person, because we were on the phone with the FBI a couple hours after we got the letter, and everybody was trying, including my IT team, trying to figure out something about who sent it, and we hit a dead end. So it's somebody tech-savvy, and that's at least an avenue to go. But there may be something with a Bitcoin. There may be something with that kind of description, in terms of a lead. There may be something in terms of tracking down who was wearing something like that in the past, or whether it was purchased. So there are avenues they are clearly going down to try and figure out who this is.
Okay, Harvey.
Okay, so y'all, I got my homework cut out for me. So y'all got me. I got to go do a lot of research on a lot of little things that y'all brought up today in the chat. So what I'm gonna do is go back, and I've got to go do a lot of work. A lot of work I got to do because I can bring it to y'all later. Because it's a lot of things that y'all mentioned in the chat. It's good. It's good. But y'all, I appreciate y'all and my comedians. Y'all can't be making me laugh during the time we be having class. Okay, when we be having a little meeting. Okay. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'm out of here.